All right, everybody. All right, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Come on in, everybody. Come on in, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday coaching call. I'm just putting some finishing touches on a couple of things here. Trying to make sure, that some stuff is uploaded properly. We're good to go. All right, everybody. Come on in. First of all, I want to welcome everybody to the Saturday coaching call. If you are, let me move this over. If you're joining us by way of live in the live chat, or if you're joining us by the replay, I just simply wanted to make you guys aware that our run time for our lesson today is about 30 minutes or so. And then we'll have all of the time that we need for questions and answers. So shout out to all of you guys that are in the chat. I don't know, this thing got really dark on me. Let me see if I can lighten myself up a bit here. I don't know what got, I don't know if it's this side. I know this side is a little bit more dark. Let's see if we can lighten it up a bit. There we go. So we'll leave that the way that it is. So welcome everybody, and thank you guys so much for joining me for the Saturday coaching call today. I'm very excited that you are here. We're going to go right into our lesson today. Now, this lesson is more than just about CastMagic. It's about automating your system and getting yourself a system together so that you can become more efficient with how you work and the work that you do. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask me after the live, or you guys will be able to ask me inside of our private group. And so I'm going to take us into our live lesson today. When it comes to content creation, one of the things that you will notice is you become quite overwhelmed a lot of times with all of the things that are necessary in order to produce really good content. And if you are new to content creation, or if you're new to YouTube or any platform, one of the things that you will discover a lot of times is that you will get overwhelmed with all of the tasks that are necessary in order for you to complete everything that you need to complete, whether you are a course creator, whether you are a full-time YouTuber. It really doesn't matter what your situation is. You can become overwhelmed because you don't really have a system in place, or you don't have systems in place in order for you to work more efficiently. Now, many of you who follow me and who follow me over on the Video Geek Squad channel and are a part of the Digital Learn community, you guys will know I am really big on systems, but I'm also really big on processes and reverse engineering your processes so that you can work more efficiently. And as we get ready to cross the threshold here of the half of 2026, I want everybody to be really focusing on turning their process into one complete content system. So this doesn't matter. I don't care whether you're using ChatGPT, whether you're using Claude. I don't care what you're using. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to focus in on CastMagic, but if you're using something to automate your process, what I want you to do for the rest of the year is to concentrate on hunkering down and making sure it becomes a sort of push button process where you can upload a video, receive your transcript, receive your clips, receive your social media postings, and just receive everything that you need that will get you to the next level. Okay, so what I'm focused on in this particular class is turning one recording into your complete content system. Now, the reason why I like CastMagic is because CastMagic has the ability, once you upload a video, you can start to talk to CastMagic about that specific video. Now, right now, the capability isn't really there for ChatGPT and some of these other programs to do that, but you can upload your transcript and try to talk to it through your transcript. But the reason why I love it for CastMagic is because once you upload the video, you can push one button and you can set it so that you get all of your processes done within a matter of maybe 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes total. And so it's really, really a good program. And I think that it's one of these programs that's still worth it in 2026, as well as going into the future, because of course they've now integrated Claude into the software. And so it's going to make a whole lot of difference as far as the processes. Now, since a lot of you that follow me are YouTubers and content creators, I felt it necessary today to just sort of hunker in, and I'm going to focus in on YouTube and content creation, but I want you to be thinking outside of the box for other areas of your business. If you are a course creator, if you're a person who's creating a lot of courses and things of that nature, this is going to help you as well when you understand the process. All right. So here's what we want to do. We want to turn one recording into a complete content system. Okay. So this is the way that we want to work it. So if you're a podcaster, if you're a coach, if you're a course creator or an agency, this should help you with your processes. So what you're going to do here is you're going to turn it's not just about your transcription, but it's about the whole process of how you're going to do your work. So it's going to take your content and it's going to multiply your content, your audio and your video, whatever you're producing, you're going to multiply it. Now, here's the thing that I want you to consider. You have Monday through Sunday, or however your work week is. I want you to sort of sit down this week and I want you to think about when are your recording days, when are your editing days, or how you produce the content that you're producing. Because what CastMagic has the ability to do for you is it has the ability to help you, even when it comes to shorts and things of that nature, you're able to produce more content. So it's designed for weekly creators who need speed and consistency. So if you're producing content on a consistent basis and you need consistency, this is the way that you want to go. So it's one recording, but you want to have many different assets from that one recording. Now, the great news about CastMagic is CastMagic can produce audiograms for you. So if you just want to take an audio snippet of your recording and maybe put that out on social media, it can help you do that as well. And that's one of the reasons why I've always liked this tool. But I want you, as I said, to go forward this year thinking about how you're going to systematize and automate the processes that it's taking you to do in order for you to, create your content and to create your YouTube videos. All right. So the problem with that most content creators have is when the recording is finished, they're just now starting to really work all of the nuances. They've got to make YouTube shorts. They've got to make social media posts. They've got to make titles and tags and thumbnails and all sorts of things. And so what I'm trying to show you here is a content workflow that will help you throughout that process. So you've got to make show notes. You've got to make transcriptions. You've got to get your titles, your timestamps, and all of those things into your process. Also, if you're doing something like a blog post where you have to take your video and then turn that into a blog post, it also becomes another, process in that whole situation. And so this is to help you work smarter. So you have a whole lot of tasks to do. And when you have all of these tasks, normally you get burned out. You're like, I don't want to fool with it. I don't want to deal with it because it's so much. And sometimes what will end up happening to most content creators is they will create the content and just leave it up on YouTube, and they really won't do anything else with it. And so what I want to show you with today is the process of sort of working through all of that. Okay. So you're going to record, you're going to transcribe, you're going to write blog posts, you're going to post on social media, and then you're going to keep on repeating the process. Okay. Now, most creators are not short on ideas. They're pretty much buried in everything that happens after the recording. You've got a lot of ideas. You got a lot of things that you want to try, but you don't know how to try them because you've got so much stuff to do as it relates to your recording. The transcription is going to take time. The show notes, the titles, the summaries are going to pile up on you. You've got a lot of stuff that you've got to deal with. Then you've got your social media posts, your email, and a lot of times that stuff just gets skipped. Let's just be frank. When you get overwhelmed and you don't feel like doing it, you're going to skip it. And so what I want to teach you in this class is how to solve that problem and how to give you a one push button solution for it. Okay. Now, the result is you're going to have a good recording, but it's not going to go very far because you don't have a social media posting schedule. You don't have anything that's really set up to make sure that your video and all of the work that you're doing is going to go out. Now, if you're a part of the Video Geek Squad membership, I have a video inside of your membership where I give you a social media posting schedule where I walk you through how to promote a video. So maybe if you're only going live once a week or you're only doing one video a week, I'm going to show you a 7-day posting schedule inside of the Video Geek Squad membership where you guys can learn how to do all of that. Now, I'm not doing that in this particular class, but it is available to you on the membership. Okay. So what is CastMagic? CastMagic is an AI workspace that turns your recordings into finished content assets. Now, you could be using another program. Like I said, I don't want you to just focus in on CastMagic. So if you don't own CastMagic and you're using something like Claude or ChatGPT or any other AI thing that you've got, I want you to be thinking about how you work your process and how you're going to be able to get your process down to about 7 to 8 minutes. That's really where I want you to go so you can get back more of your day and really work the process. Okay. So here's how it works. With CastMagic, you're going to upload your audio, your video, or maybe a URL from your YouTube channel. And then what that's going to do is it's going to generate your transcript. It's going to generate summaries, all of your posts, your emails, your notes, and more. So you take a link, you put that link or you upload that video to CastMagic, you push a button, and CastMagic is going to do all of the work for you behind the scenes. Okay. So you can then take what you've created and start to chat with it just like in regular AI, but it's actually specific to your particular video or specific to your particular content. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to ask it something like, hey, based upon this video, can you give me the 3 best bullet points that I made in this video? And it'll spit out 3 bullet points for you that you can maybe use in a blog post or a Twitter post or something like that. Okay. So it's where you're going to take upload your clip. You're going to get your blog, your posts, your clips, your emails, your notes, and you're just going to be able to chat with it from one recording. I love this. Now, this is how it works. It's really simple. So if you're a beginner, this is not going to be overwhelming for you because this is very, very simple. It's as easy as uploading a video. Once you upload the video and you set your parameters, and I'm going to show you all of that, you're going to be able to just push one button and now you've got all of your content. So number 1, you upload your content. Number 2, you let CastMagic transcribe it and analyze it. Number 3, it's going to generate for you all of your reusable assets. And number 4, you just edit, export, and publish. Done. Okay. Now, I'll be honest with you. For me, this probably takes about 7 minutes. Okay. So all I do is upload the video, drop it in there, and it's going to do all of the transcribing for me. Okay. So it's really unique like that. All right. So you upload, you analyze, you generate, and then you publish. All right. So what can you upload to CastMagic? Now, this is when it becomes really valuable, when it works with content you already have and content that you've already created. You can upload YouTube videos. You can take URLs. Okay. You can take podcast episodes. You can take RSS style workflows. And for somebody that wants to know what an RSS, it's a feed. It's where you get one link, you upload it to CastMagic, and it will actually bring up all of the videos that you've made. So when you're interested in just, you could click on one particular video, it's already uploaded for you because it's in the RSS feed. So it's nothing more that you have to do. You can literally just click a button and it's done. I mean, it's really that simple. So you could take your audio files, your video files, your Zoom calls, your webinars, your meetings, all of your interviews, upload that, and you're there. So if you are a YouTuber, if you're a podcaster, If you're somebody who's doing a lot of audio or video, maybe you have a Zoom meeting. You can even take your Zoom meeting and upload it as well as an RSS feed. Okay, so the transcript is really the engine that fuels your process. So once it uploads your video and it gets the transcript, it becomes the source material for everything that follows. Now, here is the great news about this. You can actually edit the transcript if necessary, like if there's misspellings or if there's something that's not right, you can actually go in there and edit. So it's never just an end, upload and then you can't edit it. So you have a searchable transcript. You can label the speakers, so you can make if you got multiple speakers in the video, you can literally label them. You can create timestamps for navigation, and you can also, as I said, edit the actual transcript. So you can edit the source transcript for yourself as well, and that's one of those easy ways to do that. So one of the reasons why I love this software, when I saw this, I said, this saves so much time. After you finish a video, sometimes you literally, you got to try to come up with a good SEO optimized description. You got to come up with a better title based upon the actual transcript. And what I love about this for YouTube is it actually feeds YouTube's data points so that you can actually help your video to rank and get more views. Because if your titles, your tags, and your metadata doesn't make sense, it doesn't really help to rank your videos. The good news about this is the metadata is going to be basically off of your transcript, so it's going to help you. So you're going to get instant summaries, key takeaways, and you're going to be able to do this. And it's going to quickly understand your long recording without having to rewatch the whole thing. So you're going to get an episode summary, main ideas, key takeaways, as well as highlights and action items. So you could take your long form recording and it'll turn it into 2-minute summaries, key ideas, actions. So this one piece of software is going to really fully optimize what it is that you're trying to do. Okay. All right. Now you're inside of CastMagic here. I'm going to give you a quick little rundown of the intro to this software. Now, the first thing that you're going to see is you're going to come inside of your home screen. Now, your home screen is where you can start to automatically chat with the Magic Chat, and you can base that on an uploaded recording that you've made, or you can reference another recording that you've had in times past, and it can, auto content that as well. You can also write a newsletter, show notes, blog posts, video script, all of those things that I mentioned before. Now you would notice here it says Mad Church Disease Shorts, right? But if I click on this, I can click on this and open up any workspace that I have. Now this is divided by workspaces because every little workspace has its own prompts. It has its own things within that workspace that are specific to that particular YouTube channel or task that you're actually trying to get it to work on. Now, if you're a content creator, you would of course do that basically on your YouTube channel. Let's say you're a course creator. You could literally have that basically, you could create a course workspace that is specifically made for courses, and it could generate the things that you need for your courses. Okay. And so that's the way that you want to look at that as well. All right. And so it'll do everything that you need there. All right. So here we go. You've got your Magic Chat. Then you have something called Content Pipeline. This is where you can actually assign it to your staff. You can put it into your active blocks, who's it assigned to, what's upcoming, what's completed, or what has been canceled. Okay, so if you're working with a virtual assistant or someone like that, this is kind of like your Kanban situation. And your PMS system, you can have that. It's all in one place, okay? Then you have the Magic Chat, but this is a larger version of the Magic Chat. You could just come in here and basically you would change the workspace that you're in and that you want to work with basically on what you're chatting with. Now, what you want to see here as well is you have your studio. The studio is where you could create clips from your shows or podcasts. So you could create a new clip basically on this. Now I'm going to run through this really quickly, and then I'm going to show you in action what you can do. Okay. So this is where you would create your clips. Now this is going to have a list of all of your recordings. It's going to label it by the space that it's in. Okay. So you're going to have all of its space that it's already in so that you guys can have that as well. Now, when you have spaces, you have the recordings in the space, then you have the content pipeline. Okay, so if you wanted to add new blocks in there, you could do that as well. Then you have speakers. You can assign certain speakers inside of that so it can automatically recognize the speakers at a later time. Then you have your settings for your general settings. And then you have what's called your prompts. Now, this is where all of the work is actually going to be done. You're going to create your prompts, and your prompts will be located here, so you'll never have to tell this thing again what you needed to do, only unless you want to correct it. Okay. And then you have an AI prompt generator here, so you can tell it what you want to extract. Okay. Then you have the different spaces. I've got the workflow for my regular videos. I have a workflow for my YouTube shorts. I have a workflow for reviews that I'm doing, as well as for my outside, I have another community, as well as courses and videos and things that I make. Okay. All right. So I want to focus in really quickly on just the YouTube aspect of this so that you guys can see this really quick. So let's say, for instance, we wanted to come in here and we wanted to look at this particular workflow. Now, this workflow is about 3 hours long. So this is a little bit of a longer video. Because I've already put in the prompts, this is the video will show up here. It's an older video. And what you will see here is you will see a couple of buttons here. You will see this has the ability for you to edit. You have AI cleanup. So if you wanted to use the AI to clean some of the stuff up. Now, if you wanted to download, let's say you wanted to download it as a PDF. If you needed your SRT file, your, just a regular text file, you have that CSV or custom. You guys got all that. You can also start to label the speakers. According to this, it's recognized at least 4 speakers in here. So you can automatically go in here and just start labeling your speakers. Okay. Now, what it's going to normally do is it's going to make you label your speakers before you can actually go into the recurring content portion, right? Now, when you're doing recurring content, this is going to be based upon what you've got in here, right? So I've got thumbnail titles. So as you can see, it'll automatically give me some titles that based on the content that I should put in here. Okay. So it's already going to give me that. And I've got a prompt for that. If you want clickbaity titles, like I said, I normally do 10 titles. Now, of course, this is talking about, Elevation Church here, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them with the name Elevation Church, and then the rest of them are just open. And the reason why I do this is so that if I'm using, vidIQ or something, it can recognize the scores of the titles, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Also, this is it'll write my video description. So it'll have a description of the video, including all of the hashtags as well. So I don't have to do any of that. So once I upload this, everything for this video is already done. My pinned comment is already done. My Facebook community posts, including emojis. So if I'm going to post on Facebook, now you can have this to do more than one post if you want it. It also has the timestamps that are available for it. So all the timestamps are done already. As well as if I want to send out an email about this particular episode, it's already written out the email. Now, you, of course, can add to this flow. You can add as much as you want to this flow. It's really going to depend upon what your use case scenario is and what you need it to do. But the thing that I love about it is once you dump your video over in here and you label your speakers and you push this button, this one button, it's going to give you your thumbnail titles, your clickbait titles, your video description, your pinned comment. It's going to have your Facebook community stuff already here. Everything is already done for you. So you just copy and paste, and it makes it really, really simple. Now, this is for a YouTuber. Okay. So if you're doing this for YouTube, that's what you can do it for. Now, I'll get into some other use case scenarios, maybe in our question and answer if somebody has one, and then we'll go from there. So you're going to be able to generate content automatically. So instead of you having to go into ChatGPT and reinvent the wheel every time, you'll be able to upload your document, push a button, and it'll literally spit out your whole workflow for you. So, I mean, it's really that easy. So this is where CastMagic moves from transcription to content multiplication, okay? So you're going to get blog posts and articles. You're going to get newsletters and emails, LinkedIn posts, and all of your social captions, as well as quotes, hooks, and repurpose snippets. What I've done with this, I've even asked this software, if I've created a video about something, I will ask it at the bottom to give me at least 3 other ideas to make additional videos about. So if I've already keyword researched it, I'll ask it, okay, well, I've made this one video. Can you suggest to me 3 more videos that I can make based upon this same keyword? And it'll actually spit out some ideas for you. And that is what I love. Okay. All right. So here is the YouTube creator workflow. It's a practical workflow for creators who publish videos every week. You're going to have it to generate title ideas for you. You're going to create descriptions and summaries. You're going to draft your timestamps and your chapters, and you're going to pull shorts ideas and promotional copy. Now, one of the things that I do with this particular software, I will ask it to literally generate for me 10 titles upon every upload. So every time I upload a new video, I ask for 10 titles. Now I'll ask for my 10 titles a certain way. And if you're in my YouTube roundtable, you guys know how I've taught you guys how to ask for the title. 5 of the titles have a specific guideline, and then I let the other 5 titles sort of freestyle based upon, the transcript and what it feels deemed necessary. Okay. So here's the workflow for YouTube. Okay. It can generate your titles, your descriptions and your summaries, your timestamps, your chapters, and pull in promotional copy stuff for you like Facebook and all that other stuff. Now here's your podcast workflow. If you're a podcaster, it can give you show notes, episode summaries. It can give you guest bio support, promo posts, clips, quotes, and timestamps. So all of those things for your podcast can now get into play with this because you're actually just uploading one file, hitting a button, and it's all done for you. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about Magic Chat, because this is what you're talking to once you upload your documents. It's going to be able to give you the strongest quotes from your content. You can ask it to pull themes and talking points for you. It's going to request titles, clips, and social media copy for you. And then you can turn the recording into a searchable knowledge base. So let's say, for instance, you were talking about how to do YouTube or something. You can go into Magic Chat and you can literally say, what are the strongest themes? And it's going to spit out for you: repurpose faster, save time, publish consistently. Okay. So it's literally like a chat function like GPT, Claude, and some of those other functions, but it's inside of your actual workspace. That's what's so neat about it. Okay, now you can actually have it to build an entire campaign for you. Okay, so you can have it to build out a whole package for you, one asset at a time, without doing it one asset at a time. So you can start with one recording, build a blog, your social media, your news posts, etc. And then you just move forward from the content creation to the planning. Okay, so this is how you could do it. You could have it do your blog, your email, your social media posts, your LinkedIn posts, and your notes all in one whop. Okay. All right, so this is where you get into teams and agencies. If you've got a team or an agency, you guys can actually work together because you can organize it by show, client, or your brand. You can collaborate around the recordings and content outputs because there's a whole pipeline inside the software for you to do that. You've got useful for managing multiple content streams, so you can deal with brand A, client B, show C. All right. So you guys will always be in the loop. So if you're working and if you're familiar with a project management system, this will most certainly help you when it comes to that. Now, here's some real world use cases. YouTubers, descriptions, timestamps, and shorts. Coaches, lesson emails, course notes. Consultants and agencies, client recaps and campaigns. Podcasters, you have show notes, summaries, quotes, and promo posts. Okay, so it's a very, very simple process for you to use. All right, so here's some of my favorite features and stuff that I think you're going to really like. It's the transcript and the timestamps. You're going to love it because it's going to save you so much time. Because I used to have to go out to a totally different piece of software to do all of this stuff, and now I can do it within one piece piece of software. You get summaries and key takeaways. You can use the Magic Chat. Magic Chat is like your own personal Chat GPT, but specific for your content and your video. And that's what I like about it. YouTube and podcast outputs, as well as campaign style repurposing. So you can take it and then you are literally done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons of this and why you need to think about this. The pro is it's going to save you time, creates many assets, strong for repurposing. It's useful templates and flexible AI chat. The cons are output still need editing and brand voice review. Okay. All right. And, you do have some limits with the plan and the learning curve but the learning curve should be cut short because of course I'm here and I'm helping you. Okay. So that's kind of your pros and cons with this. All right. So who should grab CastMagic? If you are a creator who is constantly having to come up with your titles, your tags, your thumbnail, all of this stuff, this software is going to help you come up with all of that just by uploading your video. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Because sometimes you may want to go back and change your thumbnail or what you've created, your description based on the turning of the show. Like you might have talked about something totally different. And it's not going to rank high if the title says one thing, but you're in the video talking about something else. That's not going to work, right? So if you publish weekly content, you're definitely going to want to do this. If you record webinars, podcasts, lives, all of that stuff, if you need social media posts and emails and summaries and titles, if you want more output from your content, you're definitely going to want to take advantage of this. So weekly creators, if you are a podcaster, a webinar person who puts on webinars like I do, or you do YouTube lives, you're going to need this software. All right. Now, who should skip CastMagic? Because not every person needs this. You only rarely create long form content. You only need a basic transcription. You don't even repurpose your content. And why you would do that in 2026, I wouldn't know. You're not willing to review and edit your AI generated output. Okay. So in the rare case that this is you, you're not going to need it. All right. All right. So if you are using CastMagic, you're going to get some powerful content for repurposing. The value is strong. It makes sense to do it. And you can, get this inside of your weekly workflow. Trust me. It's best for creators who do recurring videos. It's a strong use case for turning one source into many assets. And the final thing that I would say is it's less blank page writing, more publishing consistently. So I'm going to tell you right now, guys, it's something that you're definitely going to want to look at. All right. So we're going to do our questions and our live demo. And this is where you guys will be able to ask me more questions and we'll be able to go into it a little bit more. And then that way you guys can see it. Now, if you're watching this, I probably already demoed it for you throughout the process of this, but you guys, if you have any questions at this point, now is the time that you can ask all of your questions. All right, everybody, thank you so very much. This is our time for our question and answer period, as well as our further demo where we go inside of the product. If you have any other questions, you can put those inside of the chat. I will, of course, highlight your question and possibly bring you up in order for you to ask your question and so forth. If you are new to the Video Geek Squad and our Saturday coaching calls in the Digital Learning Academy, please make sure that you visit us on videogeeksquad.com. Make sure that you go ahead and become a member. This will get you access so that you can come over and be in our live chat and chat with us live. And so that way you guys will be able to ask all of your questions. Now, let me go ahead and go into the question and answer period with all of you.